coverage of stories, so that people will be able to understand the issues more. They'll get involved, and so that they'll get involved, and we'll be able to cover our forthcoming IGF forum better. And because we've been able to have them as partners, there's nothing that we won't be able to get them to do. We'll be able to the message of our other campaigns as well. So this is, in brief, this is what I have for the Ghana chapter.
Thank you very much, Vera. I think you have a very clear plan that I'm able to add on that. Just show you on the screen what we have as additional resources to any activity related to promoting the multi-stakeholder approach of internet governance. So all the resources are available for you to freely use it as a content for your workshop on internet governance. So adding to the final the Beyond the Net small grant. Thank you very much. So last but not least, the manners campaign. One volunteer. It was just a joke, so Anthony, okay.
Okay, we were only two participants who were interested in the security aspect of the manners, and my friend was Abakara, but we realized that the two chapters have diverse experiences. Abakara has a new chapter, but Kenya is quite ahead. Actually, this matrix is something we developed some years back, around 2014, so it's something which is already being implemented. And the chapter is managing one of the critical resources in the internet, something called the N-root server. That's why we are most interested in this campaign with regard to how to secure the DNS system. So our interest is mostly to create, is to go beyond the cybersecurity and start approaching it from something called cyber resiliency. But you are trying to be more proactive and predictive, instead of being more reactive. When the problem occurs, you try to solve it. So manners is more of being predictive and also looking at how to be resilient. In case a problem occurs, the business can continue, things can continue, there's nothing disrupted. That's why we are quite interested in this. But the challenges we shared here are mostly what he's experiencing, because for us we are already sorting it out. One is the technical community capacity, training people on these security standards in manners. I'm personally training all the ISOC participants who are interested in this manners course, amongst other courses. So if you also have a chapter that has participants, you can share the participant name with me, then I can train them. Another thing is the lack of information. Most of the critical institutions that offer critical systems, that run critical systems, they don't really share information. So when there's a problem, they more of die with it. So that's another challenge our personal experience in Kenya. So, the other one is what is the campaign plan activity support? That's more of technical deployment. In Kenya, we are supporting one of the registry in Kenya in building their registry system. So through that process, we are trying to implement the manners standards in developing this critical infrastructure that the country uses. So we are actively involved in implementing these standards. In the Kenya chapter, I think earlier this year I invited Victor in our chapter meetings, and he shared their action plan. After that, I set up a working group on manners. So currently we have a group of chapter members who are actively involved in a campaign on the manners program. But my colleague from the other chapter his chapter is still new, so he doesn't at the moment he doesn't have a working group on that. But the Kenya chapter has an active working group discussing these standards, because it's a group of non-technical people and also technical people. Training and capacity building, as I shared, I'm actively doing the training in supporting ISOC Africa Bureau in doing the training. So if you have participants in a chapter, you can share their list with me, then I can train and support you. Opportunities which are available, as I mentioned, there's the ISOC Learning Management System. One is the ISOC Inforum, another one is the ISOC ISOC Inforum hosted at Internet Society, another one is hosted at Happening. And we are also looking at, locally we are looking at how to get more partners to support and host these resources so that more people can access it. Chapter experts. Okay, in the Kenya chapter, we already have some experts who are interested in sharing this, because they are already in a networking group for manners. In this campaign, what I did some time back, I set up working groups for each and every campaign. But it's something which started some years back, because this is a matrix I developed from 2014. If you go to the ISOC Kenya chapter portal, you find a document. We call it project matrix, but it's the same format. The milestones is the campaign. Each and every month we have monthly members meeting, whereby we review all the progress, the challenges people faced, and assist, even bring on expert speakers, expert participants to share with the members on how to take the milestones, capacity building, training and retraining, and sharing more knowledge on these technical scenarios. And after guiding institutions, we always make follow-ups on what they've achieved, how they set up, and things like that. So those are the milestones we usually try to put in place. The success is the number of participants we've trained. In one cohort, I usually train about 100 to 300. So the number is increasing. So it's a success of the number of technical participants, but it's across the board, not really focused on manners. So there's also Unix training, manners training, and also internet governance. The last point is implementation of project-based on these standards. Actually, the project, but some of the projects we are doing locally, we are building them based on these standards. So it's an active implementation. For example, I mentioned about the registry system that we are building from scratch. So as we're building it, we are basing it on these standards progressively up to ensure that they are compliant. So it's already an ongoing project.
Thank you, Anthony. I think your chapter is one of the model, if I can call it like that, because we really rely on you to get feedback on ISOC main issue for the year. Like we have 4 issues for this year that we probably continue next year, and since your chapter set up working group on those key issues, is also an opportunity for you to say, okay, this is what the working group think on the manual campaign or the community network campaign. This is how it can be improved or adapt to reflect the reality of the region. So we also rely on you to not just doing what ISOC has set up to do, but also get feedback in order to improve and address relevant issue that you the chapter are observing in your local environment. So we will see how to support that. You mentioned the resources that we just continue on that thing. We were supposed to have a session on resources that you may need to successfully implement your plan activities. So we have, I will start by the most important, because sometimes you can have a good idea or a good project, but you don't have money to start, it may be useless. So the Internet Society doesn't have a lot of money, but we, in the right way, is seed founding, so we give you a little to start, so that maybe other local supporters or sponsors will see that, oh, this thing can work, and then they will support it. So that's what I will invite you. If you really need financial resources to start your planned activity, you have the opportunity to use the Beyond the Net small grants. I know most of the chapters haven't applied yet for the amount that they deserve for the year, so this may be an opportunity to use your project as the small project for your chapter for the year. That's why I was stressing on think small. As most of you know, the medium and large grant of the Beyond the Net program is already closed. If you have a really big project that needs more than what the small grant can provide, we may not be able to support. But always, don't stop your thinking of because of money. So I always say this is what you want to do, and we may always find a way to support and help you start at the local level. So one other resource that I think is really important, and as Evelyn mentioned in the morning, to do advocacy, you need to know what you are talking about. And you also need to have supporting documents. And the Internet Society has really worked on that in producing a document that you can use to engage people, key stakeholders at local level. If you want to talk about manners, one of the first things is for you as a chapter leader to really understand what is manners. So we have a tutorial on the website that you may start on that. And maybe one of your activity will just to promote that resources or that tutorial or that online course at the local level. And say, okay, I'm going to focus on making sure that the ISP or those in charge of managing networks at the local level are aware of the tutorial or the online course, and they can take it to really understand that this is an important challenge or issue, and action need to be taken. The same thing for the internet governance. We have not only the online course and the tutorial, but we also have resources that I think we call policy briefs that we have produced on maybe you are organizing a conference to talk about, or you are trying to promote the multi-stakeholder model at the local level. It is important we have a document that shows that, explain why the multi-stakeholder approach works. So you can use it at your event because it has some case study, how the multi-stakeholder was applied in addressing a key, an important issue around internet governance. The same thing for, we are working on having a tutorial or online course on IoT. Right, Kevin?
That's correct.
Yes, so that will be available pretty much soon. Really, you know, I forgot to mention something, you can just add it.
I think those are most of the resources are there available online. So if you can just go to the website, you'll find most of the resources there. The policy briefs, the policy papers that have been developed, courses, online courses, and more are going to be developed on campaigns. So we'll be telling you more about the resources that come up. But then, if there are any other resources that you feel you need that might be important for you to carry out your work, I think it's important to tell Victor that, and I think he'll take back the news to global level, and we'll see what to do about it.
Yeah, thank you very much on that. On this, I will give 2 more minutes for those of you who may have additional question in terms of resources before we move to the closing session. Okay.
Okay, I just wanted to mention 2 important things. One of them is just to invite the participants who are discussing on internal governance that on Tuesday next week we shall be hosting an internal governance online meeting. I'll share the time. Actually, I shared the time when I shared the invitation yesterday on the African Connect platform. And the second thing, which I think is quite important to share, is that before we start implementing this campaign, we have to be realistic of the stability of the chapters. Because find that, okay, the Kenya chapter might be very active, but our model of operation is quite unique to the Kenyan people. Other chapters might not have the same model. For example, in Kenya, we maintain an active office, which is supported by the chapter members. And it's a rate of $400 every month. But other chapters might not have that capacity. So if I'm supporting this campaign, might be tricky for them. So if I ask your parents, I'll give an example of this, the trainings. For example, where the office is located, I think you come to the chapter office. Where the office is located, it's quite big, and it's a community where all the any chapter member can access it, but other chapter members, other society may not have that capacity. So implementing some of this campaign might be tricky if we don't have a stable chapter community.
Yeah, thank you, Anthony, for sharing that. I will just add that the entire society acknowledges that challenges. That challenge, I think, in 2016, when we decided to start the chapter admin funding, because the main idea behind that program is to really make sure that the chapter become a stable and sustainable organization at the local level. So most of the chapter have been using the admin funding to run a small office, so that when they go out to engage with local stakeholders, they at least know where to find them. It's not just someone talking that I'm a chapter, where are you located? So that's why we have that admin funding to really support the chapter in becoming a sustainable and really trusted organization at the local level. It's not a lot of money, but it is the minimum that may help some chapter to be stable at local level. So, what?
Mr. Tanzania.
I just found out that actually Kenyan chapter is doing the working group. It is funny because yesterday I started the manners working group for Tanzania, so that because it is costless, and you can actually get all these members who are experts together, so they can start doing something on that area, because it requires individuals who have a lot of technical background. So you find when we meet like this, actually there is a value that is actually added in every chapter for one reason or the other. So I think also the other chapters who are here can learn as far as the working group is concerned, because when you start a working group, they start researching on the issues, and they will bring information to the leadership, and they start spreading the news. I just wanted to share that, knowing that that can be helpful. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Sorry. So thank you very much on that. So on this, we will switch to the closing session. So I will need David and Raul. I think before that, I think you deserve a round of applause for your
Yes.
Okay. I think we had great 3 days of meeting. We enjoyed it, and I hope that you also enjoyed it. We were very fortunate to have the African Union to agree to be here in these meeting halls that have, even though the building itself is new, but the history of the African Union is very long. It was the OAU was established in 1963, and a few years back we celebrated the 50th anniversary. And the AU comes with a major ambition of integrating Africa. And there is no bigger and more realistic way to integrate Africa than using ICT and using the internet. And that is what we are trying to do. So I think we are in a way implementing the ambitions of the African Union. I was very happy to hear some of the discussions today. I see that you are already taking some of the things that we wanted the chapters to carry at national level. We already have some concrete plans, which is nice, but we need to go further and make sure that we share, first of all, what we have learned here to the chapter, but more. It's not only the chapter. I think you had an opportunity to learn about things that you can share to other people within your country. So I hope that there is useful information that you can share. So from here, we want to continue. Victor is your main guy. He can answer to any question, doubt you might have. It doesn't mean that we are not involved. It's generally the first interface, but whenever necessary, I talk with you, I have conference calls with some of you, and we should have. We like to talk to you. We have the quarterly calls, but when necessary, I think it's important to have one-to-one calls as well. Okay? So please, let's keep the communication, not only African Regional Bureau chapters, but between chapters. One of the most important objectives of this meeting was to create these linkages between the chapters so that you know each other. You might have noticed already that some of the problems that you have been solved by other chapters. So it is important that you communicate between you, and you learn from the other people's experience, and you share your experience to the other chapters. So you are already tired. I don't want to add more to that. I just want to say thank you very much. Thank you for having made the trip. I hope it was worth it. I would like to thank everybody who contributed to making this happen. These are just a few days of meetings, but it required several months of preparations. I would like to thank Victor, who was behind, everything. He was in charge of organizing this meeting. Thank you very much. Marsema, who has been behind the logistics. As you can imagine, a lot of work that she did it. I'm sure I forget other people, but in ISOC, there's no limitations on our job. So it's a problem when we want to thank, because it's not always the guy with the official title who is doing the job. So I'm sure Bethel has helped with Chuki, Kevin. So even though I don't remember exactly where, I would like to thank them. And of course, all the presenters who came, they had to spend a lot of time to prepare and to come here. Carlos, Jen, Evelyn, and all the community network people who have contributed to that. Thank you very much. And of course, the interpreters who were here with us the last few days. Unfortunately, the glasses are a bit opaque and we don't see them. But thank you very much. The African Union, they are not here, but it's a great privilege, as I have been saying over and over, to be here. For me, it's a symbolic place, and I hope that it is for you as well. Thank you as well to Raul, who has made the long trip from Uruguay, who has been missing the football matches. He doesn't want to miss, just to be with us. Thank you very much. Everybody I have forgotten. Thank you.
Thank you.
And now the final words to
Thank you for
Raul.
David. Thank you for David.
Okay. Thank you very much for allowing me to participate in this meeting. I really felt like one more here. It's not my first time in Africa. Probably I was trying to calculate. I think that probably this is the time number 25. I'm in this continent, so I feel Africa like my home too. There's a few years ago, 4 years ago, we started really to revamp our relation with the chapters and the role of the chapters in the organization. We have launched several programs, Beyond the Net. That is a program that many of you have taken advantage of. The main funding program that Victor referred to before, and the regional workshops and many other things. With this new approach that we adopted this year, based on campaigns, that is really strengthening our advocacy role in the society. The challenge now is different. It's not just to provide tools to the chapters. It's to really engage with the chapters. We are staff, the chapters, the board are just different components of the same organization. So if we really want to make a change, if we really want to make an impact, and this is what being an advocacy organization means, we need to multiply the effect of our work. And we can only do that engaging with the community and working in order to make others to advocate for the same things that we are advocating for. And who are in the first line when we look to the community and to work on how to engage better the chapters. So the energy here has been very good, the discussions were very good, the individual conversations, group conversations have been great, the time that we spent together, everything has been great. This is never enough. And this is my mission here, is that to continue working on improving the way that we engage with the chapters, to work together and really to advance our mission. We are in a point of inflection. I already said that before in this meeting, but it depends on us. That's what's the internet that we want. What's the internet that we want for the community, for our children? What's the internet we want to build? We have been discussing here things like IoT security or internet governance, but look at there are a lot of challenges, a lot of things that are a matter of concern for the community, and many stakeholders trying to increase the regulation or the controls on the internet. So the challenge is huge, but it depends on us what the internet we want to have. And we believe strongly in an internet of opportunities, an internet for everybody. This is what we are working together for here. So thank you very much for all your commitment, your passion. And this is a great vision for the Internet Society. Our team here is great, so congratulations David and all the team. They are overachievers and they are always doing more things than they planned at the beginning of the year. And the community is great, the chapters are great, always bringing new ideas, running projects that really have social impact. And it's great for me every time I have the opportunity to visit one of your projects. I really feel very, very well. This is what we work for, and this is what justifies the time we spend out of our homes, the time we spend traveling, when we see that we are changing the life of people. And many of you, I will not identify in a single project, because many of you are running projects of this type. And some of them I have had already the opportunity to visit and others not, but I hope to have a problem. So thank you for your passion, for your commitment, and I hope that we continue working together in this beautiful region, plenty of challenges and plenty of opportunities for everybody. Thank you.
I think there are some certificates to be delivered, and Raul would like to invite you to do the certificates. And
That's about, you pronounce the names.
As usual, I forget someone, so the cameraman. Henok, please make sure that everybody has the photos. So with Marcema, we'll make sure that you get those photos. So you don't need to get up and take photos for that.
And Marcema is here for a round of applause, please.
This is a nice detail, but some of them are in French and others are in English. So everybody will have their own language. Okay, so you pronounce the name. I will make mistakes.
I can call. I'm not sure I will be better, but I'll try. Okay.
I will make that. I will do my best. Just that.
So, Micheline Cabore. Tijani Muhammad Azim. Dr. Adwan Rabet,
Mr. President.
and President.
Yes.
Mr. President. Maimuna Diop Diane. Adam Komla Mega Po. Shokri Ben Romdan. Cedric Lindu Kinaga.
Un aplauso.
Abubakar Umar. Just to take some time. Next is Abdul Rahman.
In the first one,
Abdul Rahman Sambat Dibe. Agang Kofe Kolo Kile I need a prize for that.
What's your name?
Can you pronounce your name for us?
Ahal Kyuhitiko.
Anthony? Antonio Otieno Oyango? Benson? Benson Olobo? Brenda Jean de Dieu Kurundiza? Esther Nachilongo Giambasius. Janvier. Janvier Boulay. Can you give us the right version?
It's Popoto Detail Magor.
Very easy.
Matthew Togba Roberts. Miriam. Miriam Kwash. Nadir. Ahmed Yailani Mustafa. Nadalis Nicola. Chere. Utengi Chere. Soledad, Luca,
Thank you very much.
Solomon. Solomon Rockwell, Chinua Kembo. Adeole. Adeole David Ajawa. Vera. Vera Corlecor Aquima. Carlos. To all of you. I think we are done. Thank you. Safe travels. See you very soon, hopefully. There is a cocktail. Where? I think it's downstairs, and the interpreters are also kindly invited.
Thank you so much.
It's a cocktail hotel.
Like the attitude.
Did you get yourself?
Yeah.
Stop.
Please, I need to take a picture of your canvas.
Oh, you can.